Hey yo, what's good, y'all? I'm Malcolm McFadden, creator of 615 Comics, and yo, a nerd. And welcome to me testing out StreamYards, y'all. I know y'all see the Powered by StreamYards logo, and that's because we're testing out StreamYards to see if I want to use it moving forward. Okay, so I'm just doing a little test here, and I thought, why not use it to shoot one of my comic book breakdown videos? All right, so comic book breakdown are normally videos I do where I bring on a creator and they kind of break down a page of their comic, maybe 2 pages, but normally it's just a page of their comic. And that's what I'm going to do here today, except today is going to be me. I'm gonna be breaking down my own comic. I'm gonna be breaking down one of my own comics and a page from that comic and kind of tell y'all what I was thinking about going into creating a comic and what I want to show the reader on that page. All right. And now today I'll be showing my comic subject Zero. All right. I'll be sharing a page from my comic Subject Zero that is out now on my website, 615comics.com. All right. You can go to my website and the digital issues are available now, maybe physical, depending on when you're watching this video. But you can go to my website and check this out now. But this is my character Subject Zero. And this is one of my most recent comics that I released. And I kind of wanted to share a page that kind of talking about my character and his powers. So let's just get right into that, y'all. Let me get to the page, okay? And here we have it. And so let me share that with y'all so y'all can see it, okay? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna be sharing 2 pages of Subject Zero with y'all today, okay? And kind of what I wanted to show y'all with this page. So here, one of the things my character Subject Zero, one of his powers is if he's within a certain range of you, he can hear your thoughts of fear and hear your conversations about fear telepathically in his head. Sometimes he can even see the very thing you fear in his head. All right. And so I need a cool way to try to show that to the reader. And let me talk about that. So here, if you see where the lettering is, and the lettering has the red outline, all right. So what has the red outline is to show that my character is using his powers, that my character can hear what is being said here. So if you see that here, but you see here that there's no red line around that. So basically, here he's on the plane, and the pilots are talking about him. They're talking about how they hate the feeling he gets when he's on the plane. They hate being around him, how uneasy they make him feel, and they really start to talking about him. They start saying, Are we sure he's human?" And they start talking about how the scientists in suits don't really know what he is. They say those aren't really tattoos on his body, that's really just his skin. Because if you see here, my character has these markings on his skin that look like tattoos, but they're not. And here's really something funny I wanted to do. They're basically like, "Do you think he can hear us?" And the Yo's like, "No way, not through the door." And so my character smirks a little bit, and he smirks to show that he's hearing what they're saying, that he kind of thinks it's funny. And here on the next page, to further that, you see him walking past these army men who are all looking at him, and they're like, "Freak, weirdo." And this one guy says a whole Bible verse because he's scared of him, right? So that is to show that he can hear their thoughts and telepathically of their thoughts and conversations about fear. And one reason I really wanted to do that was I think lettering is just as important to the comic as the story and the artwork. Like everything together is like one big puzzle, all right? And I feel like lettering is that one missing piece of the puzzle that you just can't find. It's somewhere on the floor that you got to add on so you can complete this thing, right? And I feel like that's what lettering is. And shout outs to Letter Squids, they do an incredible job. So I kind of wanted to make the lettering a part of the comic and part of my character's powers. And to do that, we added the red outline of this to kind of show that he's hearing what these characters are saying, making the lettering kind of more inclusive to the storyline and very important to my character. But even and I'm glad that people are kind of starting to understand that. A lot of people hit me up saying like, "Yo, that's dope how you did that. I love that." One person hit me up asking about it, but I feel like they were asking for clarification because they was like, "Yo, are you using the red outline to show his power?" And yes, I am. And the reason, and there was one thing I was going to do was I was going to add like a little caption to let the reader know like that the red outline is showing that my character is using his powers, but I thought that would kind of take away the experience of reading the comic. Because more the further so when you go on the story, you start to see him talking about his powers and stuff like that, and then kind of I felt like that would take away the experience of the comic. Like I love when I read comics and I see things and I'm like, oh, this is why they did that, or I gotta go back a few pages and be like, oh, this correlates to that. And so I didn't want to take that experience away from my readers and my fans. So like me as a fan, I love that. So I thought other people would love that. And it also brought on a challenge for me to like how can I show that and how can I make them understand without, telling them, you feel me? And then, so that's why I did it in this way to where you kind of you see him smirk and you see him walking past people that are just looking at him and you see like what are these things, what is this, right? So I kind of wrote it out in a way to where I did not have to tell you. I'm actually kind of proud of myself because most people got that and got what I was trying to do. So I'm actually really proud of myself. That was like a challenge to myself as a writer, and I think I nailed it. But also, I wanted to talk about not just that. I wanted to talk about like the dialogue in these scenes, right? And some scenes without dialogue. So here, when the pilots are talking about him, I really wanted to use this scene to kind of show that my character that they fear him really, but also I want to add a little myth to my character. I want a little mystery to him. You feel me? So here they're talking about like the feeling he gives off because my character also gives off like an aura that people just can't stand to be around. Like people's mental health is in jeopardy by being around him for too long. All right, so I kind of wanted to show that and also show that the people around him generally don't know what he is. They don't know if he's human. They don't know. They think he's not human. So they don't really know everything about him. So I wanted to add kind of like the mysteriousness to my character. You feel me? And also on this page, I wanted to show that this group of armed men, all armed and with their guns ready, are afraid of him. Like one man is that deadly that all of them with their guns are afraid of him. And I also wanted to show here where there's no dialogue at all that they don't really trust him. Like that's why they're giving him the side eye. Yes, they fear him, but they also don't trust him. And I kind of wanted to show that with them giving him the side eye and like no dialogue here, just them looking at my character. All right. And so that's everything I wanted to kind of share with the pages. And I kind of want to use those pages to add to the mystery of my character and kind of show his powers. And so those pages are very important. Those are probably way more important than any of the action that happens in the comic, tell you the truth. But I really wanted to show that with this character Subject Zero, and this has actually been pretty cool. This has been pretty fun. That's the end of it, y'all. I'd like to thank y'all for coming on and watching my comic book breakdown and bearing with me through this StreamYard experience. But thank y'all. This is my episode of comic book breakdown, and that's my comic Subject Zero. Like I said, you can check it out on my website, 615comics.com. And you can also follow me at Yo Nerd and at 615 Comics. It's real easy. So I'll be doing more of these and maybe I'll be using StreamYard, maybe not. It seems cool so far, but we'll see what happens. But once again, thank y'all for coming on and thank y'all for watching. Peace.